everyone, it's Jessica with just another fun layout today, and there was a challenge in one of the groups that I'm in from Sarah's Scraps, and she had posted about just grabbing a collection, something that caught our eye or something that we had in our stash, and just simply create something. So she said to, do whatever inspired us. If we had a saved sketch or something that we've been meaning to try, like a new technique or something, to just jump in and do it. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I've had the sketch in my stash here for quite some time, the GoGo Getaway group, and it's actually been saved on my phone for a while now. So I am finally getting around to using that sketch, and that's what I'm working with today. I've pulled out this collection from my stash, which is the Heidi Swapp Sun Chaser collection. I've had it since it came out, and I really do love it so much. I love all the colors of it. I love that it's good for so many different themes and layouts, but I just haven't used it very much. So I thought I'm going to pull that out and do a layout of myself and my baby girl while we were on a hiking adventure. So I had her in my carrier strapped to the front of me, and she was just squawking and having the best time of her life. She absolutely loves looking up at the trees while we're walking, and even if I have her in the car or the stroller, she does the same thing. She just squawks and carries on, and she just absolutely loves the trees. So I thought this layout would be perfect for this photo of us on one of our hiking adventures, and I just loved these pretty colors in this. I thought it matched her hat colors really well, which I actually borrowed from a friend of mine for the weekend while we camped, because I couldn't find any little sun hats that fit her, and we were actually supposed to have really nice weather for once, so I borrowed that hat from a friend. And it worked out perfectly, and I got this beautiful little photo of her just in her wonder. So I'm going to actually use a title. I'm going to put Wanderlust, because I feel like that just sums up this photo so well and everything that was going on our hike. So I'm using some Thermoweb Easy Tear tape here to tape down my layers. As you saw, I cut down my triangles using my X-Acto knife and my cutting mat, and then I'm just using this Easy Tear tape to actually tape down all of those layers. I've distressed the edges of both of my triangles, and then I just used my cutting my paper cutter there. As you saw, it is my big one. That's the one that's always here to the left of me. I don't usually pull it into my layouts in my video, but as you can see, I am pulling it in for this one just to show you what I use. It's very big. It's the Martha Stewart one. I don't believe it's for sale anymore, but it's my absolute favorite. I've actually broken the handle off of mine. My kids did, not me, but it's okay. My husband was actually able to put it back together for me, and it works better than ever now. So I'm super grateful for that. So I'm just using my scissor to just trim apart some of these tags that come in this collection, and I'm just going to pop this one here beside my photo that says happiness. And then I'm just using this stencil here that I've grabbed. It's kind of like a sunburst. I don't remember. I think this might be the Peartree Cutfiles one. I'm pretty sure it's from Peartree, but you can get that in 8x8 or 12x12 or 6x6, and this is the small one. So I've just used it with some scattered Straw Distress Oxide that I've just used my blending tool to apply, and then I'm just going to go ahead and rinse those off, and I'm going to trim down that tag. I'm going to punch out that hole in the top of it here, and then eventually towards the end of my layout I will thread some twine or something through there. So I'm going to pull out some embellishments here and see what all I can find to go with this. So I've pulled out that little cute frame from the ephemera pack, and then I've pulled out that cute little circle that says together on it. I thought that would be just perfect for this layout since we're hiking together. She just loved it. It was just so sweet hearing her squawk and carry on and look up at those trees. It was just so adorable. So I'm putting my title here. I've just grabbed some letters from my stash. I can't actually remember what these ones are from. They might have been from an old Hip Kit club, but I'm not sure if they're Pink Fresh or Hip Kit or what they are, but it's a Thickers brand. And then I am just pulling out this other pack that I have from Elle's studio that has a whole bunch of different things. I've actually mixed some other things in with this and thrown some things together, but I'm just pulling out a couple more little layers just to put down there by my journaling strip here that I've already written on, and I've put down there. It's just a journaling sticker from this collection. So I'm just popping kind of whatever I feel like putting down. I'm not being too particular or too picky about this. I just want to get something onto paper and get something created and in my book. I really love this photo, so I want it to stay as my focal point. And yeah, I'm just creating today just to get something onto paper and out of my head, basically. So I'm not, doing anything specific for a specific team or challenge today, just doing something that inspires me, which is just creating something just kind of on the fly. So I'm just going to add a couple more little bits here, and I think I'm going to do some stamping on that sunburst too. I'm going to add some gold sparkles here with some shimmer spray by Imagine, and then I am going to go back through whenever that's dry and actually add in some stamping on those rays. I added a little bit more gold to the bottom because I felt that it needed a little bit more there, and then I added my date stamp with my Paige Evans roller stamp and some black Archival ink. And then I'm just pulling out the stamp set because I'm going to do the stamping on those rays. I want to use this photograph stamp set by Elle Studio and just stamp all these cute little phrases on each one of these rays. I think that just adds just an extra little something to the rays. Sometimes I do stitching, sometimes I draw little doodly lines on them. I just like to add a little something on these sunbursts whenever I use those kind of stencils. I really like how it looks. So I'm just finishing up the last one here. I'm just going to have one more little wordy bit to that, and I think that's pretty much going to do it for this layout. This one was just so fun. I really, really enjoyed just creating just for fun today, and that's kind of the point, A lot of times I create for design teams and things like that, but sometimes I like to just create just whatever's on my mind or whatever inspires me, so that's just what I did with this one. So here I'm just adding my twine to this tag here. I'm going to add it to both of them, and I've left them a little bit longer because I want to actually pull out my Tim Holtz tiny attacher stapler to actually kind of loop them around a little bit. I thought about doing an actual loop on there, a circle, but then I just really liked how they were laying kind of long and just curved around, so I'm just using my stapler just to put those down. And then the other one here, I'm just going to actually attach it to itself. So I really liked the way that one was laying as well. So I just kind of just put one staple there just to hold it there loosely. And so no, it wasn't going anywhere. And then I saw this cute little rainbow. I thought it just looked perfect up there. And then I pulled out my little puffy stickers as well. I'm going to add a couple little puffy hearts to this layout just to finish that off. I thought it needed something right there. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope I've inspired you to create something beautiful and to pull out a collection that maybe you haven't used for a while and use up some of that stash. So thank you guys so much again, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.